What do you think the biggest mistake is when sellers put their house onto the market?
I believe that overpricing a property in today's marketplace is the biggest mistake people make. Simply by being overpriced, people won't come to the property. You lose a lot of momentum during the campaign. So pricing it from the start is probably the most important thing.
When selling, how can someone make their house stand out without spending a fortune?
From my experience, a clean, decluttered property that's styled well with a fresh coat of paint, good lighting can make a huge impact for the sale campaign and get you the best dollars in return.
What's the first thing a seller should do before listing their home?
Talking to an agent early, even a few months away from selling, getting a right strategy in place can actually be a smoother process for you and ultimately get you a better result in the end. And it also gives you an idea as to how the process is going to transpire. So just understanding as to what it's going to look like from the beginning to the end is really, really important. So just talking to a professional early on just to get you and point you in the right direction.
Is spring actually the best time to sell, or is that just a myth?
For me, spring is a popular time for everyone. So therefore, you're going to have more competition at the one time. So just having a well-presented home, if the demand's right, is going to get you an exceptional result ultimately. Just having a strong strategy in place, that is probably more important than what time of the year you're going to sell.
What's something buyers notice instantly when walking into a home?
The first impression buyers get when walking to a house is, does the smell good? Is the lighting good? A bright, fresh smelling home feels more inviting. And ultimately, first impressions makes a huge difference.
How would you know that your offer is actually a good offer?
At the end of the day, it's not just the price. You have to consider the conditions. A slightly lower offer with fewer conditions can be better than a higher offer full of risks. So just because you're putting a higher offer doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a stronger position. So it really comes down to terms and conditions as well. That's what sellers look for too.
What's a big red flag that sellers should look out for in a potential buyer?
Buyers who aren't pre-approved, they might love your home, but if they can't see the finance, it's just a waste of time. So you need to make sure that they're qualified buyers. They've got all their finances pre-approved, ready to go. So it's a strong offer then.
This is a big one. What's actually better, selling at auction or selling at a private sale?
For me, auction creates more urgency and competition, while the private sale gives you more control overall. The right choice depends on the market conditions. So what your marketplace is doing, is it more auction based? Is it more private treaty?
How do real estate agents actually determine the value of a home?
We look at what's recently sold in the area. We look at the market demand. We also look at the trend that's happening in the area. At the end of the day, it's really what buyers are willing to pay for and just extracting that for them as part of the sale campaign.
What's one secret that most people don't realize about negotiating in real estate?
What people don't understand, the highest offer doesn't always mean the best. So really it comes down to terms and conditions and the buyer's ability to settle on the home. Because without the property settling, you're not going to be making a sale. So that's really important.
Something clients even ask me is, should they renovate before selling, or is it just worth selling it as it is?
The most important thing is to actually get it valued before you start the work versus what it could be valued after you've done the work. So if it's not going to be worth your time and money to do all of that renovation, then it's better to just keep it as is and do a few touch-ups. That'll get you better return for your money.
What's one thing that kills a home's value that most people don't even think about?
The biggest thing that gets overlooked is people not styling the property during a sale campaign. That actually attracts more buyers and ultimately leads to a higher sale price because it allows buyers to visualize how they can maintain and look after the property or look at the property and visualize themselves there as well.
How do you handle multiple buyers making an offer at the same time?
Creating competition, and the best negotiators are the ones that can push buyers to their limit and getting the best outcome in the end.
And what's the best piece of advice that you'd be able to give to someone looking to sell?
The biggest piece of advice I can give someone who's thinking of selling is preparation is key. The best sales happen not by chance, they happen by having the right strategy, knowing the best timing and presentation of the home when they're ready to sell.